I'm sick. Hello. Um, yo, I'm mad. I didn't even realize. I told you I was finna drop on this channel every single day. I told you I was finna drop on this channel every day, and I missed a day. Cause I was looking at my YouTube studio, and I was like, wait a second, why is it not updated? I swear I took a video last night. Like, I literally remember taking a video, but then I went to it, and there was no video at all. That stuff low key got me tight. So I feel, bro. I'm sorry. Y'all know this stuff ain't been easy though. But I was looking around, I'm like, yo, why, like, did I not get this video? Like, what is going on? But it is what it is. Today was alright, man. You know, it's just every day is basically the same thing. Wake up, work, grind. Wake up, work, grind. Wake up, work, grind. But I realize now, like, yo, like having a job and then also trying to do content is actually like one of the most mentally taxing things ever, because once you get off work, like, it's not like you just get off work and then you're done for the day. You got to get off work and then go chill. Like, you got to get off work and then go chill. And I saw Max, Blackboy Max. He was talking about it in an interview, and he was talking about the streaming versus 9 to 5 debate. Now, me, I'm basically one of the only people that can speak on it because I've had a 9 to 5, multiple. I had the most generic, laughed at, frowned upon 9 to 5 ever in McDonald's. I worked at McDonald's. I worked at Walmart. I worked at Pita Pit. I worked at the bookstore. I worked at the gym. I worked at the town of Blacksburg. I worked for Santa Cruz Power Fitness. I've had jobs. I worked as a teacher, Pasadena Unified School District. I have had so many jobs. Being employed is not fun. Like, having money is fun. Getting consistent money is fun. Making a set amount of money every day is fun. Waking up, being at work, going to work, doing work is horrible. And especially when I was at McDonald's. Oh my goodness gracious. When I was at McDonald's, I would wake up in the morning, I would dread work. I would be at work, I would hate life. I would go home, I would still be sad. And then I would just be so upset. I was just living for the days that I was off. And that's not a good way to live. Like, that's a horrible way to live when all you're doing is just excited for a day that you have to yourself. And the rest of the days you're just depressed that you have to go to work. So, like, I definitely understand. Now people be like, oh, is streaming or content creation harder than 9 to 5? In general, no. Going live, making YouTube videos, editing videos, whatever, doing content, all those things, those are not as hard as going to work. And they also pay, when you're lit, way more. Way, 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 way more. Streaming is substantially easier than a 9 to 5. You literally do whatever you want, and then you get paid an egregious amount of money to do that. It's not even close. A 9 to 5, you're not making, even like for most people, you're barely making enough to make ends meet. You have no extra. You can't like go spend money on whatever. You have to plan everything. Like, it's way harder. It's way harder. But I will say that making it in content creation is harder and more mentally taxing than just going to a 9 to 5. Because when you're, say for example, you're going live or you're making YouTube videos or you're doing something like that, there's people that grind and make YouTube videos every single day for years. They spend way more hours editing and doing thumbnails and thinking of titles and thinking of ideas than they would spend just going to a 9 to 5 for, say, 8 hours a day, 7 hours a day. They're going to spend 2 hours shooting the video, another 3 hours editing it, that's 5 hours, and then another however much scripting it and writing it or whatever. And then, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna spend 12 hours on a video, and that video might flop and not make them any money. And then they're gonna do it again and again and again. There's way more hours that go into it. But those hours, most people that do this stuff are more passionate about, so it doesn't feel like work when they're editing a video or when they're shooting a video. But work is just work. So I will say that going to work is way easier than like trying to make it as a streamer or content creator, because it's really hard. Like, most people don't just post one video and then blow up and they're famous overnight. Some have, But most people really get it out the mud and grind and put so many countless hours into their craft and into, like their own, like, yeah. I could show you, like, yeah. Let me show y'all. It's really easy to do in terms of like showing you, like, yo, this is my, like, as you all know, this is my channel. The current channel around is the channel where I talk about my thoughts, right? Like, this is my, my channel where I just talk about my thoughts. That's it. My main channel, the channel I've had for going on 6 years, right? 6 years. Okay, cool, whatever. That's fine. In the totality, in the lifetime of this channel, this is the first time I'm ever gonna have to cut a video on this channel, and it's because I leave my email, and so I can't have that. But this is the first time I'm actually gonna have to edit one of these videos, and I gotta make a cut, and I cut to right now. But it is what it is. In the lifetime of this channel, 1.9 million views, 21,000 watch hours, 4.2 thousand subscribers, $609. $609. I've spent well over 2,000 hours. I'd almost say 10, I'm not gonna lie. But I spent well over 2,000 hours on this YouTube channel. For sure. Editing videos, making videos, thinking of videos, making thumbnails, writing titles, all that stuff. Yeah, 100%. For a grand total of $609. If I would have taken all that time and I spent that on a job instead, I would have made 50x this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Over the course of 6 years. So people could say that, oh, streaming is harder than 9 to 5. Streaming is or 9 to 5s are harder than content creation. Whatever the case may be, it really just depends, bro. But for the most part, it's not. When you're lit, it's way easier. There's no debate. When you're talking about like the biggest streamers, the littest people on like YouTube and Twitch and Kick and all these streaming platforms and content creation platforms, like the biggest TikTokers, for them, no, it's not harder than 9 to 5. It's not hard to set up your phone and when you're lit and then make a video and that video get millions on millions of views. It's not hard at all. But when you're trying to make it and you're not lit and you don't have a name and stuff like that, it's way harder. And so I'm like, I don't know. That's just my take on that debate. But I mean, shoot, for us, bro, all we do is we grind and then we just get back to it. Like, I don't know. Today's video is kind of different because, we just talked about that stuff. But yeah, another day we just keep working, man. We just keep working towards it and then we'll figure it out. But all right, y'all. I appreciate y'all as always. I love y'all as always. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me, and have a good night.